In a world cluttered with information, where truth is power, Lawin Weekly News stands apart.
We delve deeper, uncover facts, and bring stories to light. From political showdowns and economic triumphs to the pulse of the street and the heart of the community.
We capture the moments that define us, stories that challenge, inspire, and transform.
Tune in live Sundays 8 a.m. Central Standard Time and Sundays 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
These are Lawin headlines for this week. Texas families seek court order to halt 10 Commandments displays in schools. Weslaco's Mid-Valley Airport lands $26 million in state funds for expansion. PACCTX Nexus 2025 fuels entrepreneurial growth in Dallas. Syria's leader warns Israel could lose U.S. allies' support. PH Consular Services coming to Little Rock, Arkansas, October 4-5. Djokovic confirms return to Shanghai Masters this October. Rihanna welcomes baby number 3 with A$AP Rocky.
Good day, I am Neska, and tonight we bring you the latest stories in the United States of America, especially the state of Texas. So sit back, relax, and let Lawin Weekly News be your guide to the news that matters most. The Texas Workforce Commission reports a rise in unemployment claims for the week ending September 6. More than 31,000 claims were filed compared to the weekly average of 16,000. The agency states the increase is due to fraud involving stolen identities. The rise is not connected to job losses. The Commission has not released the number of fraudulent claims, but says most of the new claims fall under this category. The agency reports that the economy is stable. The Commission urges residents to report suspicious activity related to unemployment claims and to take steps to protect personal information. The agency is using tools to detect and prevent fraud. Its goal is to protect benefits for eligible claimants and to maintain the function of the system. The Commission continues to monitor the situation and plans to release updates as new measures are put in place. A group of 15 families in Texas has filed a federal lawsuit to stop public schools from displaying the 10 Commandments in classrooms. The lawsuit challenges Senate Bill 10, which requires public schools to post a framed 16 by 20-inch copy of the 10 Commandments. The bill was passed by the Texas legislature in May. A federal court temporarily blocked enforcement of the law in August after families and religious leaders in Dallas requested a preliminary injunction. Plaintiffs argue the law violates the First Amendment, citing both the Establishment and Free Exercise clauses. The lawsuit names multiple school districts, including Fort Worth, Arlington, McKinney, Frisco, and 10 others. It was filed in federal court in San Antonio and references a recent ruling in Rabbi Nathan v. Alamo Heights ISD, where a court found Senate Bill 10 unconstitutional. The families are represented by the ACLU of Texas, National ACLU, Americans United for Separation of Church and State, and the Freedom from Religion Foundation, with legal support from Simpson, Treacher, and Bartlett LLP. Illegal dumping in Houston is costing the city millions of dollars each year and affecting multiple neighborhoods. HOT team leader Eddie Dancy says illegal dumping continues across areas including South, Southeast, Southwest, and Northeast Houston. The team works to remove waste before it spreads. Mayor Pro Tem and District K Council member Martha Castex Tatum joined the cleanup and said the issue requires participation from residents. She noted efforts to expand city resources, including adding trucks and staff. The city operates 6 neighborhood depository and recycling centers for proper disposal. Access requires photo ID and proof of residency. Houston also runs a scheduled heavy trash collection program. Tree waste is picked up in odd-numbered months. junk waste in even-numbered months. City officials remind residents to follow collection schedules and disposal groups. Violators may face penalties. Full schedules and service maps are available through the City of Houston Solid Waste Management website. The Texas State Board of Education has approved a new social studies teaching plan with a close vote of 8-7. The revised curriculum increases focus on Texas and U.S. history while reducing coverage of world history and cultures. Under the new structure, students in early grades will follow a chronological approach, beginning with key events in Texas and U.S. history from kindergarten through second grade. By fifth grade, Texas history will be emphasized. The updates follow requirements from the 87th Texas Legislature and will affect the Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills, or TEKS. Starting in the 2024-2025 school year, the Texas Education Agency will work with publishers to revise instructional materials. Teachers and curriculum teams will adjust lesson plans to match the new standards.
In a world filled with fleeting moments, there's beauty waiting to be captured. My name is Christian, and I specialize in immortalizing your most precious memories. From elegant weddings to vibrant events and timeless portraits, I'm here to make every moment unforgettable. Let me tell your story through the lens. Contact me today and let's create magic together.
Journey to self-discovery and mastery. Be bold, why not? Season 6 with MJ Concepcion every Monday 8 p.m. CST. Don't miss out.
Where every conversation is welcome at the table. This is Pink Table Talk with Dr. Carly D. Every Wednesday 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Rice, spice, and everything nice. Welcome to the Philippine food scene with Adobo Queen, Nancy Reyes Lumen of Commissary Kitchen. Every Thursday 8 p.m. CST, Friday 9 a.m. Philippine time.
Governor Greg Abbott has announced $26 million in state funding for West Laco's Mid-Valley Airport. The funds will support infrastructure upgrades to handle larger aircraft and increase traffic. Abbott made the announcement in West Laco, signing 2 proclamations to allocate the funding. He said the expansion would support the long-term economic growth in the Rio Grande Valley and compared to the potential impact to airports in Dallas and Austin. West Laco Mayor Adrian Gonzalez said the upgrades will improve emergency response and attract businesses. He pointed to the airport's role during the COVID-19 pandemic when supplies were delivered by air and noted the need to accommodate larger planes. Mid-Valley Airport serves as a hub for state and federal emergency operations, including used by the Texas National Guard and the Department of Public Safety. State Senators Juan Chuy Hinojosa and Adam Hinojosa highlighted increased commercial activity and the region's flood risks, calling the upgrades necessary for a timely response and evacuation. City officials plan to meet soon to review project timelines and details. The event ended with Mayor Gonzalez presenting Governor Greg Abbott with a key to the city. The Immigration and Customs Enforcement Field Office in Dallas is under investigation following a deadly shooting on Wednesday. A gunman opened fire at the facility, resulting in multiple fatalities. This follows an earlier bomb threat reported in August, which led to a temporary evacuation. No injuries were reported in that incident, and no explosives were found. Officials have not released the names of the victims, pending family notifications. Investigators are working to identify the shooter and determine the motive. Authorities are also examining possible links between the shooting and the previous bomb threat, but no connection has been confirmed. Since the August incident, security at the Dallas office has been increased. The facility remains on high alert, with safety protocols under ongoing review. IC released a statement confirming cooperation with local law enforcement and expressed support for affected families. officials are asking the public to report any information related to the case. The Philippine American Chamber of Commerce Texas Region 1 Dallas-Fort Worth held its Nexus 2025 event at Dallas College's Brookhaven Performance Hall. The event brought together business owners and entrepreneurs to learn, connect, and grow. The theme, The Future of Business, the Importance and Benefits of Being Certified, focused on how certification can help businesses succeed. Panelists shared useful advice for startups and small businesses looking to take the next step. PACCTX State President Attorney Eileen Ligat-Dizon spoke about legalizing business in Texas, giving clear steps on how to start and grow a business while following state rules. Thanks to sponsors, exhibitors, and everyone who joined, and the day was filled with opportunities, community support, and awards for outstanding business leaders. PACCTX Nexus 2025 showed that with the right knowledge and support, any business vision can become a reality. Bibliotech, the digital public library in Bexar County, has launched a 24-hour effort to break the world record for the most library card registrations in a single day. The attempt began at 8 a.m. and is part of Library Card Sign-Up Month. The current record is 3,000 registrations. Bibliotech aims to exceed that number through online and in-person sign-ups. The initiative is open to Bexar County residents aged 16 and older. Participants must present a photo ID and proof of address to complete registration. Residents can register through the Bibliotech website or at any Bibliotech location. Library card holders receive access to digital resources, including ebooks, audiobooks, and streaming devices or services. All materials are available at no cost to members. Bibliotech is an all-digital public library offering services without physical materials or in-person borrowing. The record attempt will end 24 hours after that start time. Final registration numbers will determine whether Bibliotech has met its goal. Tensions have emerged in Harris County following approval of the $2.7 billion budget for 2026. County Judge Lina Hidalgo and Precinct 4 Commissioner Leslie Briones are publicly disputing the outcome. Hidalgo criticized Briones on Instagram, claiming the budget harms working residents. She also called for a primary challenger to run against Briones. Hidalgo said she regretted appointing Briones as a civil court judge in 2019, stating that she had trusted Briones to manage public funds and represent community interests. She also claimed she agreed to redraw precinct boundaries based on that trust. Briones responded on Facebook denying that Hidalgo was involved in drawing district maps. She said the maps were created by a commissioner before she entered the race. Briones accused Hidalgo of spreading misinformation and targeting local Democrats while stating her own focus remains on respect and cooperation. Hidalgo's office has not responded to requests for comment.
Join us for a captivating new series where Lawin sits down with the trailblazers of the music and entertainment world. Discover the stories behind the faces and voices that shape our culture and community.
We will bring you exclusive interviews with industry legends and rising stars. Behind the scenes insights and get a peek into the creative processes and personal journeys. Artists and performers and their upcoming shows and events.
Stay tuned for more updates and sneak peeks. Follow us on social media and subscribe to our channel.
The Trump administration has directed federal agencies to prepare for possible layoffs if Congress does not pass a government funding bill before the deadline. Without approved funding, non-essential federal employees could face furloughs, leading to service disruptions across the country. Agencies have been told to identify which staff members would remain on duty and which may be temporarily laid off. Essential services related to national security and public safety would continue. Other government operations may be delayed or suspended, affecting both individuals and businesses. Federal employees may face uncertainty and financial strain during furloughs, although they are typically reimbursed afterward. Federal contractors often do not receive back pay, raising concerns for that workforce. The administration's notice is intended to ensure readiness, but does not confirm that a shutdown will occur. Officials say the goal is to avoid disruption to government services and economic activity. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has approved the reallocation of 36 billion pesos in government funds. The money, originally set for flood control projects, will now support programs under the Department of Social Welfare and Development. Programs include cash assistance, livelihood support, and other welfare services. President Marcos said the adjustment is a response to current social and economic needs. The Department of Budget and Management, DSWD, and agencies involved in flood control are coordinating the reallocation process. Malacanang stated that key flood mitigation projects will continue and that the government is identifying alternative funding to address potential gaps. Officials said monitoring systems will be used to ensure proper use of the reallocated funds. The DSWD is preparing to roll out its updated programs using the new budget. Implementation timelines have not been announced. Syrian President Ahmed al-Sharaa has warned that Israel's actions may affect the interests of the United States and its partners. In an interview, al-Sharaa said decisions made by Israel could create divisions between the U.S. and its allies. He pointed to military operations, territorial claims, and other measures by Israel that neighboring countries see as threats to regional stability. The Syrian government views these actions as factors that may lead to further tension in the Middle East. The United States maintains a long-standing relationship with Israel, including military and political support. That partnership remains a key part of U.S. foreign policy in the Middle East. Al-Sharaa's comments come during continued regional disputes and conflict. He called for careful involvement by the international community to avoid escalation and maintain cooperation among nations. The U.S. has often acted as a mediator in the region. Al-Sharaa's remarks raised questions about how Washington will manage potential challenges linked to its alliance with Israel. The Philippine Consulate General in Houston will conduct a consular outreach mission in Little Rock, Arkansas on October 4 and 5 this year, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Services to be offered include passport application and renewal, dual citizenship processing, civil registry, and notarial services. Filipinos who wish to apply for or renew their passports, including those who previously signed up through a Google form, are encouraged to schedule an appointment through passport.gov.ph and select Outreach in Little Rock, Arkansas as the site. Applicants for dual citizenship, civil registry, and notarial services are advised to email scanned copies of their requirements to houstonpcg.outreach@gmail.com for assessment and guidance before the event. The consulate emphasized the need for advance appointments and proper documentation to ensure the smooth conduct of the outreach. Further details regarding the exact venue and final instructions will be announced prior to the scheduled dates. The outreach is part of the consulate's continuing efforts to extend essential consular services to Filipino communities under its jurisdiction.
Filing taxes, dealing with tax debt, or facing IRS actions is stressful, but you don't have to go it alone. Call 832-674-0829 or visit www.taxresolutionesq.com.
For divorce and family law in Texas, Liggett Dizon Law Firm PC will guide you every step of the way.
From initial consultation to detailed review of your case and strategic planning.
We'll sit with you during negotiations or mediations, and represent you in court.
Whether it is a family law, estate planning, or immigration, we will be there to guide through the final steps.
So, leave your legal matters behind you and embrace your future.
You can contact Liggett Dizon Law Firm PC at 346-5454-346 or visit DizonLawFirm.com.
Novak Djokovic will compete in the Shanghai Masters beginning October 4th. Tournament organizers confirmed his participation on Tuesday through official channels. The event runs from October 4th to 15th in Shanghai, China. It is part of the ATP Tour Masters 1000 series and is played on outdoor hard courts. Djokovic, a four-time champion of the tournament, returns to competition following a semi-final loss at the US Open. This will be his first appearance since that match. The Shanghai Masters is returning after a break due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The tournament holds a key place in the ATP calendar and often features top-ranked players. Alongside Djokovic, other players scheduled to compete include Carlos Alcaraz and Hubert Hurkacz. Organizers continue preparations as the event approaches its opening round next week. Filipina tennis player Alex Yala has advanced to the quarterfinals of the Jingshan Tennis Open after defeating Japan's Mei Yamaguchi in straight sets 6-0, 6-3. The match took place on Thursday in China. Yala completed the win in 72 minutes. Yamaguchi, ranked world number 268, was unable to respond to Yala's consistent play. Yala won the first set without dropping a game and maintained control in the second to close out the match. The 20-year-old continues her campaign at the Jingshan Open, where she has now reached the quarterfinal stage. Yala's win adds to her recent performances on the international tennis circuit as she seeks to improve her ranking and advance further in tournament play. Pop artist Rihanna and rapper A$AP Rocky have welcomed their third child, a daughter named Rocky Irish Mayers. The child was born on September 13th. The announcement was made through Rihanna's official Instagram account. The couple has two other children, Raza and Riot. Rihanna, in addition to her music career, is the founder of Fenty Beauty and holds an estimated net worth of over $1 billion. No further details about the birth have been released. Filipino-American singer Jessica Sanchez has been named the winner of Season 20 of America's Got Talent. The announcement was made during the finale on September 24th. Sanchez, who is from Chula Vista, California, won the $1 million grand prize after a series of performances that gained support from both judges and viewers. While the prize totals $1 million, reports note that winners often receive the amount through structured payments or as a lump sum with deductions based on show guidelines. Sanchez's win has received attention from media outlets and music industry professionals. Her performances throughout the season have led to new opportunities for future projects. This marks a major career milestone for Sanchez, who gained early recognition as a finalist on American Idol in 2012. As we brace ourselves for the upcoming weather changes, let's dive into what you can expect day by day. Whether you're planning outdoor activities or just preparing for the week, we've got you covered with the most accurate forecast. Stay tuned with us as we take a closer look at the weather patterns that will impact our region. Remember, here at Lawin Weekly News, we bring you the clearest skies to the stormiest forecasts.
Here is your Lawin Weekly News weather forecast in Houston, Texas. On September 28, Sunday, the highest temperature is 91 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 77 degrees Fahrenheit, mostly sunny with a small chance of showers in the evening. On September 29, Monday, the high reaches 90 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 76 degrees Fahrenheit, partly sunny with scattered afternoon thunderstorms. On September 30, Tuesday, the temperature peaks at 89 degrees Fahrenheit and drops to 75 degrees Fahrenheit at night, mostly sunny with brief passing showers possible. On October 1, Wednesday, the highest temperature is 88 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 74 degrees Fahrenheit, partly sunny and warm with isolated thunderstorms. On October 2, Thursday, the high is 87 degrees Fahrenheit and the low around 73 degrees Fahrenheit, sunny for most of the day with a chance of evening storms. On October 3, Friday, the temperature reaches 86 degrees Fahrenheit with a low near 72 degrees Fahrenheit, mostly sunny throughout the afternoon. On October 4, Saturday, the high temperature is forecast to be 88 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 72 degrees Fahrenheit, and the day will be sunny.
So those were the latest stories in Texas this week. I am Nesca Santina from Lawin Media Network. Have a great day.
Lawin Weekly News.
Tune in live Sundays 8 a.m. Central Standard Time and Sundays 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Lawin Weekly News.